Hey, welcome back to another episode here on the Fellowship SMP server. Today we are making a minor addition under the tomb we built last episode. Can you guess what that is? I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with note blocks. That's right, I'm adding a song underneath the tomb for the fellows to play when they come visit our final resting place. Now let's see, these 4 note blocks should be the same note. Yes, there we go. As you can see, we've done quite a bit off camera with the help of Blue Guinea Pig. But let's head up above ground to listen to the song we've created. If you didn't watch the previous episode, you should. I totally recommend it. In the last episode, we built the monument behind me as part of the Halloween event on the server. Now, let's cover this up and mark it so we know where to find it if we ever need to make changes. Now we have... Wait a minute. Why are there patrol banners there? I don't think we put those there. Oh, whatever. We have a lever here to turn on the music, and then we flip it to close it. And this is what it sounds like. Oh yeah, this is Astronomia by Vicestone, also known as the Coffin Dance. Boom! There goes the creeper. You may have noticed a creeper head on a note block earlier in the video. I'd put that there as a trick, and I'm sure I'll get someone at some point. But anyway, we're all done here and everything sounds like it's working. There's one more thing in this area that I'd like to go through, and that's the Halloween maze. Because one viewer asked to see what it looks like inside, and I'll do anything for my subscribers. Now that Halloween is over, I can show you what the maze looks like. We just have to make sure that we put on our helmet and clean up our shulker boxes before we head into the pumpkin. Did you remember to remove all gear? Nope, we're not falling for our own trick. That would be really terrible. Anyway, I had to hide a couple dispensers in the beginning of the maze, and I didn't want 2 paintings to look out of place, so I spammed paintings all over the entrance. And you can see there's 1 dispenser in the ceiling if you look closely. But when you press the button, you'll see there's a pressure plate that triggers everything. There it goes, it worked. We have the leather armor in our inventory. Now, if I didn't have anything on, the dispensers would have equipped these on me. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this Halloween maze was an elaborate effort to put Curse of Binding on the other fellows. And I'd say it was a pretty successful trick. The idea came to me when I was binge watching some Hermitcraft videos on YouTube. Currently, a lot of them are playing this dungeon crawler mini game that one of the hermits created on the server, and before they start, they have to reset their spawn and remove all items from their inventory. I thought to myself, wouldn't it be funny if it was an elaborate attempt to get players to remove their armor just so they can be set up with Curse of Binding armor? Luckily for me, Halloween was coming up and I could pass it off as a Halloween game that gave everybody who participated a free costume. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Looks like we played ourselves. Oh no. Oh, great. Now, the maze keys can be found in these hidden barrels throughout the maze. This one is set up so that the player has to go through the cobwebs to open up the barrel. Oh, why do I keep placing the stupid torches? And why are there 4 maze keys in there? There should only be 1. Maybe something is wrong with my redstone? I mean, you wish. I have amazing redstone skills. The reason why there are 4 keys in that barrel is because I wanted to make sure whoever was running this maze didn't get stuck and was able to get out. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, so the plan was to provide everyone a free costume for Halloween. So I went to work and started figuring out the redstone mechanics. The maze was really an afterthought. Torch. Once I had the redstone working perfectly, you know, by handing out multiple keys in a barrel, I layered the maze on top of it. To add insult to injury, I tried to make this maze as painful as possible to get through. You know, without hurting anyone too much, of course. That's why there's all that dripstone, the honey blocks, the cobwebs, and now the soul sand. Oh, more maze keys, okay. Awesome. Look, I really wanted to make sure people were able to find the key to get out of this maze and to enjoy their new Halloween costume. This really is painful to walk across since there's no real threat or danger in this maze, just lots of cobwebs and things to slow down your progress. And looking back at it now, I should have added slabs to the ceiling so that everyone would have had to crouch while exploring. Oh well, you know what they say, hindsight is 20/20. Alright, place your keys below. There you go. And that opens the door, and out we go. And there we go. We made it out. That wasn't so bad. Except for the curse of binding pants that we have now. Oh, great. Now we can't take it off. But it's not too bad, though. At least I'm still able to wear my boots and elytra. But let's head back to the base and get started on... Oh, it's nighttime. Gotta sleep. It really isn't safe around these parts at night. Nothing is lit up, and mobs spawn all over the place, and I don't usually carry any weapons on me because I'm usually building things. I need all the inventory space I could possibly get, and since I don't need weapons while building, I usually leave that in my ender chest. I hope you're listening, Mojang. Anyway, as I was saying before, why does it say poop down there? We have a server full of adults who apparently enjoy toilet humor. Welcome to the Fellowship SMP. Anyway, we should head back to the base and get started on our next project. So I'll see you back at the base. What is that? Oh no, that better not be what I think it is. Yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was. If you can't see the name, it says tag you're it. This cow has been moving around the server. I don't have time for this right now. It's been a game on this server. I know Chris BG had it for a while, and now it's here, and I'll have to tag someone else. And hey, have you come to help your friend up there? Or have you come to like and subscribe to my channel? Now that this cow is found, I'll have to figure out a way to get it down on the ground, safe and sound, because we don't clown around. Here we are at our storage room where we'll be building our bamboo farm. Oh my goodness. I just realized we no longer have Swift Sneak because we swapped out our pants. Congratulations, you've played yourself. Well, I need to build up a bamboo farm because why not? We can farm a ton of bamboo and convert them into planks and then into chests. Not that we need chests, but I like to have that as an option. And in between episodes, I've actually gone ahead and prepared the area for our farm. That's right, I've done a little digging off camera and prepared the area for our build today. Luckily, it was before I got this curse of binding pants on me, so I'll be placing down a layer of moss and I'll plant the bamboo right on top. Then I started the collection system just under it, as you can see here. It's a little fancy contraption that Blue Guinea Pig showed me, and hopefully it works in collecting all the bamboo that we're gonna be farming here. Basically, we'll have a redstone signal activate this note block, and a hopper minecart pops out to collect everything before dumping every single item in a second. It's a super fast delivery system that doesn't require hoppers to empty out the minecart thanks to this lava-filled cauldron. The minecart is trying to go from the top rail to the bottom rail, but somehow gets transformed into a dropped item because of this strategically placed amethyst cluster and the lava-filled cauldron before getting picked up by the hopper down there to be fed back into this contraption, while all the picked up item gets sent on their way. Let me give you a demonstration. Here are some stone bricks and a moss block, and when I hit the note block, out comes the hopper minecart, and there we go. All the items get dropped out back here, where we'll have a water stream flowing into a collection system. Another water stream down here will lead to a bubble column up to our storage area. All that's left to do is to build the collection system a few more times so that we can cover the entire farming area. Just to take a look at the collection system again, we have the dropper firing into a dispenser, which is triggered by an observer that's looking for a redstone signal from a note block. There we go, it works. Then we just need to set up the redstone line so that it can be activated by a button we push whenever we want to harvest our bamboo. So I still need to lay down the rest of the track for the minecarts, then layer the moss and build a flying machine, which will also be triggered by the same button we push from up top. Now this might take a while, so I'm going to skip ahead, and when I have everything put in, I'm going to bring you back to show you my progress. That actually took a lot longer than expected. Surprisingly, copying the Minecraft collection system took the least amount of time, since all I had to do was mimic the build a few more times. The longest part was setting up the rails, setting up the flying machine, which, by the way, I made a tutorial on how to build it. You can check it out after this video, obviously. And lastly, setting up the timing system for the farm itself. We can't have the hopper minecarts go out to collect the bamboo before the flying machine even goes out. The flying machine itself is kind of slow, so I need to build a timer to delay activating the collection system. Here we have the redstone line that connects to the flying machine, which is activated by a single button up top. This redstone line will trigger this timer clock. It's a simple setup where this redstone torch is locking the adjacent hopper. Inside the hopper, we have about 1.5 stacks of items. When we press the button, it will turn off this redstone torch, which unlocks this hopper and this comparator. The comparator will then turn on because it detects items inside the hopper and sends a redstone signal into the block it's pointing at, causing the redstone torch to stay off, which then in turn allows the hopper to empty into the second hopper. Now, because this comparator is putting a redstone signal into this block, this redstone dust picks up that signal, pushes it into this repeater, causing this second hopper to lock, allowing it to fill up with items. Did you get all that? And as this hopper is getting filled up with items, the comparator in the back will output the redstone signal. It starts off as a signal strength of 1, but as the hopper fills up, the redstone signal will slowly get stronger and eventually make its way around into this repeater. The repeater then sends out a redstone signal into all the note blocks, triggering the hopper minecarts. So hopefully the delayed start will allow the flying machine enough head start to finish before the minecarts can go out and collect all the fallen bamboo. It sounds complicated, but it's still a little complicated. As we make our way up this redstone line, you can see where this splits off into the flying machine and down to our collection system. I'm just showing everything a little backwards here because I thought it would be easier to show how everything worked, but now that we're back on top, I'll push the button and hopefully everything works the way it should. There we go, there goes the flying machine. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I didn't add the moss blocks yet because I wanted to see the hopper minecarts go back and forth before I cover it up, to make sure that it was working. Once we verify that everything works, and so far it looks pretty good to me, we can place all the moss blocks and plant the bamboo. I know the back wall needs some work too. We can't just look at some random generated texture by Mojang, can we? Of course not. I'm actually inspired by Doc M77 with his murals around his Hermitcraft base. So I want to do something similar but with glazed terracotta. Oh, there go the minecarts. Did they activate too early? Wait, no, it's good because the flying machine is about to finish and the minecarts need to come back, bounce off the wall, and then do the track again to collect all the bamboo before unloading everything. So it's making its way back, and yep, see, my redstone is as perfect as demonstrated earlier in this video. Now let's take a step back and gather up some resources and finish this farm super fast. And voila, the glazed terracotta has been painstakingly placed and the moss blocks are in position. There's a lot of light around to allow the bamboo to grow as if it were outside, thanks to the frog lights and hidden skylighting. I mean, it's as hidden as I could make it, but the holes in the ceiling are fairly apparent if you're looking around. But anyway, bamboo needs a light level of 9 or higher to grow, which is really difficult to achieve when the farm is underground. That is why most bamboo farms are out on the surface where there's plenty of sunlight. But hey, if you put your mind to it, you can make it happen. My advice is, if you do put a bamboo farm this large and underground, try and get it close to the surface so that you can do the same trick I did with the holes in the ceiling. Anyway, all I have left now is to plant the actual bamboo, seal up this wall with some glass, and let it grow. Let it grow. Don't hold back anymore. Let it grow. Wait, those aren't the words. Now it's done. All I have to do is press this button and the collection system will start. we'll be collecting our first bamboo harvest here on camera. Isn't that so exciting? Maybe not as exciting as me waiting for the bamboo to grow, but I'd put it up there in the top 3 exciting things on my channel. That's a statement that says a lot about this channel. No time to be sad though. Let's go look at what we've got so far. Is it done collecting yet? The flying machine's on its way back. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the minecarts will dump out all the bamboo into a water collection system that will send all the bamboo up to our collection system next to our melon silo. Don't worry, I've set up the collection system off camera since I've already shown you what it looked like when we built the melon farm. It's the same exact thing. Bamboo flows up the bubble column and into some chests hooked up to some redstone lamp. And as you can see, bamboo is coming in as expected. This means everything is working the way it should and we'll be rolling in bamboo like some bamboo hoarding panda. I don't know what that was, but that was the best analogy I could come up with on the spot. I mean, what are we gonna do with all this bamboo? We can craft it into planks and craft chests, barrels, crafting benches, and we can also craft them into sticks. Sticks for torches and armor stands. Perhaps we'll set up armor stands around the server. Only time will tell. But for now, we actually have some diamonds waiting for us. Foxy needs some bedrock blown up on the nether roof by her base. I said I could get it done, and that was months ago. I'm gonna say here, even though only about 4 people make it this far into the video and only half actually are paying attention, thanks Foxy for your patience on this, and thank you to all my viewers out there. I can't believe you're still here watching me stumble along on the server. This will definitely be my final video on this server for this year. Will I continue? I don't know. We'll see. But we have one last job to do before the year's over, and I intend to get it done. So let's get going. Alright, I know Foxy's portal has to be here somewhere. It's completely on the other side of the map. I'm like 1,000 blocks away from the nether spawn and she's like 5,000 blocks northeast or something. Let's see what this is. Rogue and Corey. I must be close. I'm pretty sure their base is near Foxy's. Yep, there it is. There's that silly fox monument just sitting there. It's silly because I've never seen a green fox before. And I'm pretty sure they don't exist in real life. And then there's the portal I'm looking for. I think there should be a shulker here with diamonds. Let's see, diamonds for project complete. All right, 21 by 23 equals 483 blocks. 2 diamonds per block equals a whole lot of diamonds. Wow, 15 stacks plus 6. Yep, there it is. You know what? I'm not gonna do the math. I'm just gonna trust that the math is correct. It's a whole lot of diamonds. And it's also 483 bedrock blocks that I need to break. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the area that I need to work on is over here by this giant portal, and I believe it's inside this bounding area. Let's count it. 3, 4, 5. I can't tell where the blocks end. Maybe it's better if I count the moss blocks. I should start in here. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I did the counting, and it's inside this area that Foxy marked out for us. So I'm gonna go get my tools and TNT and start blowing this up. And it's gonna take a while. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna take a while. So I'm gonna do it in a form of time lapse, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. So let's go. We're down to the last 3 blocks, and that took a lot longer than I anticipated. Way longer. I thought it would take an hour or 2 at max, but here we are right around 4 hours. But you know, the best part of this whole thing? We no longer have those stupid curse of binding leather pants on us anymore. The durability ran out while I was blowing things up. The second best part is probably the diamonds we earned. Now, I have a little bit of statistics I want to share with you because I was keeping track of some things. I am breaking about 120 bedrock blocks per hour, which equates to about 2 blocks broken per minute. Doesn't seem like much, but considering all the time that it takes to set up, waiting for the TNT to explode, moving the obsidian block around, and taking the time to eat because, let me tell you, oak trap doors don't provide as much protection from TNT explosions as you might think it would. I suppose 2 bedrock blocks per minute isn't too bad actually. But 2 blocks per minute for 4 hours? I think I'm starting to lose my sanity again after doing this for so long. I should have had some music, a podcast, or anything playing in the background, but here we are. Yes, and we are all done. 483 bedrock blocks removed. That means it took 966 TNT and 21 failed attempts, which is 42 TNTs that I wasted, comes out to 1,008 TNT explosions. During that process, I've lost about a dozen levers, 2 pistons, 1 leather pants, and countless hearts. I'm surprised I didn't lose a single trap door in the process. As I mentioned, I had messed up 21 times. 21 times where there was a lag spike on the server and messed up my timing. Which means I made 504 attempts, which puts me at roughly 96% success rate. I'm not rounding up, you're rounding up. Did I do that math right? I think I did. Let me know in the comments if I did that math right. Who am I kidding? Nobody watches this far into my video. Now, here's the last bit of math since we're on this path. 966 diamonds split into 64 stacks. 64 times 15 equals 960 with 6 left over. Okay, math checks out, Foxy. Thank you for your business. I don't know if I'd be able to collect that many diamonds if I went mining for 4 hours. I bet we could build another diamond beacon at this point. But you know what? I'm gonna end it here. And like I said, this will be the last episode here on this server this year. Will I continue in 2024? I guess you'll have to subscribe to my channel to find out. Am I right? Anyway, have a happy new year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Alright, time to find you a new home. Oh good, you made it. Now our turn. Whee! Come on guys, we got a long way to go across the nether roof. Enjoy your new home there, buddy.